Hi guys, this is Richard from the Stable Center, and today I will be covering AVAX. Full disclosure, I do own AVAX, but nothing I say in this video is financial advice. So, Avalanche is making a bold move. The Avalanche Foundation is trying to raise $1 billion to launch two U.S. Treasury vehicles that will scoop up millions of AVAX tokens. One deal, led by Hive Mind Capital with Anthony Scaramucci advising, would buy AVAX directly from the foundation at a discount. The second deal is structured via a SPAC backed by Dragonfly Capital. Together, they are targeting about 8% of AVAX's circulating supply, which could drastically tighten supply and send demand pressure soaring. Despite AVAX lagging other major layer ones this year, like Solana and Sui, this strategy is Avalanche's play to force attention both from institutions and from retail investors. In other news, Grayscale has officially filed an S1 with the US SEC to convert its Avalanche Trust into a spot AVAX ETF under the ticker symbol AVAX. That means ordinary investors could soon buy AVAX through regular brokerage accounts instead of dealing with cryptocurrency exchanges and cryptocurrency wallets. The filing also names Coinbase Custody as custodian and BNY Mellon as administrator transfer agent, two massive institutions that add serious credibility to the proposal. Now, when you combine this ETF filing with Avalanche's plan to raise $1 billion in crypto hoarding or treasury vehicles that will scoop up millions of AVAX directly from the foundation, you start to see the bigger picture. The treasury move is all about tightening supply, whilst the ETF filing is about boosting demand and accessibility. Together, that's a 1-2 punch, shrinking supply on one hand and opening the floodgates for institutional demand on the other. If both of these play out, Avalanche could be setting up for a very powerful move this market cycle. All right, moving over to TradingView, let's break down the Elliott Wave count to map out potential bull market price targets for AVAX. Now, off the September 2023 low, we can see a 5-way bullish impulse for AVAX. After that move, it pulled back into a textbook 3-wave ABC correction, which bottomed right at the white 1-to-1 trend-based fib extension at $14.80. That level acted as the floor, and now we are looking for the next 5-wave impulse higher, shown here by the red outlined roadmap. So how do we measure where this bull market could go? There are a few common methods. The first is to use a trend-based Fibonacci extension. Since the ABC correction bottomed at the white 1-to-1 trend-based fib extension, projecting that same Fibonacci extension gives us roughly a price target of $110 per Avalanche token, which lines up closely with Avalanche's last cycle high. Another common target is the white 1 to 1.618 trend-based fib extension, which puts AVAX at roughly $387 per Avalanche token. Finally, another way to measure upside is by targeting the overshooting white E-wave. Typically, these top out between the 1.236 and 1.382 Fibonacci retracement levels, so let's just map those out really quickly. So the 1.236 to 1.382 Fibonacci retracement levels span anywhere between $288 and $436. What's interesting is that the white 1.618 Fibonacci extension target at $387 we drew just a few seconds ago falls right in between that range. That confluence adds confidence that the eventual bull market top for AVAX is likely somewhere in that $288 to $436 zone. Okay, so let's move into some indicators, starting with the market cipher B. Just a quick refresher on this indicator. The blue waves are the momentum waves, the green and red waves are the money flow waves, and the red and green dots on the blue momentum waves are sell and buy signals respectively. As you can see on screen, the red money flow wave has been forming higher lows over time, which is a clear sign that more and more smart money is steadily flowing into AVAX. On top of that, the blue momentum waves are also forming higher lows as well, which indicates that bullish momentum is building underneath the surface for AVAX. This is why you can't just get caught up in short-term daily price moves. You have to zoom out and play the bigger cycle. With an AVAX ETF on the horizon and companies starting to launch altcoin treasuries, the setup is there for a tsunami of both retail and institutional money to start speculating on the price of Avalanche over the next year. In my opinion, this is simply just the beginning, but as always, none of this is financial advice. Now, let's take a look at moving averages. Right now, AVAX is trading right at the 100 weekly moving average in orange and the 200 weekly moving average in red. That's definitely a tough resistance zone, so a short-term rejection here is definitely possible. But the big picture, the long-term bull market price targets we just talked about earlier are still very much intact. Next up is the RSI indicator. The RSI is still holding above its yellow moving average, which shows that AVAX is maintaining relative strength compared to the broader market. Finally, the MACD indicator. The blue MACD line this week has crossed above zero, and that's a strong sign of renewed bullish momentum building in the background. Okay, so let's close this video off by taking a look at AVAX Dominance. So AVAX Dominance is currently sitting at 0.31%. We could finally be seeing the termination point of a three-wave correction for AVAX Dominance, ending this multi-year bear market for AVAX Dominance, as AVAX Dominance is currently finding support at two white one-to-one trend-based fib extension support levels. If the bear market for AVAX Dominance is truly over, which I believe it is, we can expect AVAX Dominance to hit the 1.618 to 1.786 Fibonacci retracement levels, which is around 1.22%. So relatively close to my Chainlink Dominance bull market price targets as well. So before the bull market is over, we should see Chainlink and Avalanche both hit 1% dominance in the cryptocurrency industry, which is pretty impressive considering there are currently over 50 million altcoins and counting. All right, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.